So, you've got a project to tackle and you don't know where to start. Human-centered design can help with that. Human-centered design is an innovative approach used to tackle problems by focusing on the needs of people and developing innovative solutions to meet those needs. This method can be used for all types of projects, as small as creating the perfect chocolate chip cookie recipe, or as large as designing an entire interactive exhibit. Let's break down the steps. First, and the most critical step, is empathizing. This step is essential to gain a better understanding of who the target market or audience is through in-depth research. The second step is to define. You now have the insight to define your problem and your user's needs, both of which are essential to guide the remainder of your process. Step 3 is ideation. Through brainstorming, the goal of this stage is to develop a broad solution to the problem that meets your user's needs. The fourth step is prototyping. This is where a rough beta product is created. This is a less polished and cost-efficient version of the final product. The fifth and final phase is testing, trying to finalize the prototype and implement it into a real-world environment to see if it functions the way it was designed to. While this process may look pretty simple, in order to successfully utilize human-centered design, it should be used iteratively or repeated as needed. You may realize that you need to revisit ideation and come up with a different solution. Have several iterations of prototyping and testing before you succeed, or you may even get to the end and realize you have to go back to step 1 and gain a more holistic understanding of the people that you are designing for. Let's take a quick look at human-centered design in Science Museum Telus Spark. Telus Spark used human-centered design in the process of designing their new exhibits. To empathize, they first required an understanding of which content was relevant and exciting for the individuals who would be interacting with the exhibits. In defining the problem, they had to identify problems to tackle, as well as each exhibit's desired outcome. They then ideated different possible variations of exhibits from which they could draw from, and then they prototyped cost-efficient versions of their exhibits. Before finalizing them, the designers would bring in teens and kids to test the exhibits and see if they had the intended outcome. Don't forget, engage with the people you're designing for. You'll be able to gain much more actual insight and empathize more with people through things such as interviews and workshops. And collaborate with peers. Challenge, support, and build off of each other's ideas. You never know where it'll take you.